Real quick, before we go, I'm going to sit here and send it to my guy. Do a little coach talk, man. So, Cameron,
Okay.
tell these guys, man, you want to be a coach. You watch coaches. You watch all these different things. Talk to us about what kind of brought you to this thought that I want to be a coach, and where do you want to go with that?
Well, um, well, I think about you know how to manipulate defenses, and actually, I don't know if you guys know Dan Casey, or if you know Dan Casey, but he has this thing where he has a book. He came out with trends, and it's a one play a day that I do. So I just come up with different plays a day, sometimes multiple times a day, and then Super Bowls, man. Like the
Mm-hmm.
greats, the Belichick, the Andy Reid's now, and everybody like it. It'd be nice to be a world champion, and
Mm-hmm.
I think about just having a team, being somewhere 8 to 10 years, and just growing and developing, improving every year, whether that's
Mm-hmm.
divisional round, wild card, or whatever. Um, I honestly, I'll be honest, I didn't have an offense or defensive. I'm kind of conflicted between the two. Um, because I like to rush the passer, I like to play quarters and dime and everything, and then obviously pass the ball and run. So I could do I could but if I were to coach, I probably would do offense because that's what everybody's going to now. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then just find a good defensive staff to you know
Oh yeah.
mirror
Yeah.
everything I want to do. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And
just
that's
build.
part of the thing.
And
I was saying,
and
yeah,
the
that's
last thing
part
I
of.
was just say, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that's part of the thing. Finding good coaches, offensive and defenses, to work
Mhm.
your scheme, and you put in your 2 cents. But yes, keep going with what you're saying.
No, I was just saying, and then as you look at college, you know, coaches moving around, transfer portals, things of that nature. You
Mm-hmm.
never know what your team is gonna get. You get players, new players every 4 years, transfer portal, etc. And then in the NFL, you get trades and free agents and interest in your team. And
Mm-hmm.
for coaches, you also get looked at as well. Like interest. If you make it to the playoffs, 3 years in a row, and you're
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, I want to go to this other team and this that. And so I think it's, I think it's fun. Um, I think it's also teaches you about life, teaches you about yourself and how to mentor young men to become great men. I
Absolutely.
think about that too. So
Absolutely.
um, I think that's another important thing. Um, Other than the Super Bowls, the money, everything else, but mentoring
Mm,
young men to become great men is very important. So um,
absolutely.
I
And
also
now,
think about that as well.
yeah, and now coaching, it comes in all different facets. It doesn't just all different levels. The pros is obviously where everybody wants to end up, but there's also definitely other ways where we can start. And matter of fact, that coaching's in your blood, isn't it?
It is my dad and my uncle.
Mm-hmm.
He was a coach. Dad was a coach. He played quarterback. Taught me how to
Mm-hmm.
play quarterback, defense. I actually played linebacker for him on a flag football team. I was pretty good. I got an
Yeah.
interception that year. I got
Okay.
some flag pulls. I was good. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So um,
And for
I'm
those of you
gonna
that don't
play.
know, I also played for this man's dad on flag football. I played there for one
Yes.
year. As a matter of fact, if you can see, let me see if you can see the light. I don't know if you can see it. There's where is it? Is it that one? There's a cut on there right there. There's a cut right there
Oh yeah, I see
where I
it.
went.
Yeah.
I was playing. I was playing in your dad's defense, and he had me. It was on the goal line, and he had me on zone. I released from my guy because I saw the
Hmm.
crosser, and I was reading the
Hmm.
quarterback's eyes. I went to go make the pick and got clotheslined by a receiver who was trying to catch the ball. But I mean, I was bleeding out my eye, whole thing. Your dad had to take me off the field, put a butterfly clip,
Yeah.
butterfly, what's it called? Band-Aid on my eye,
Like Band-Aid, yeah.
be right back in there.
So
I would go through a wall with Pop, man. He's a good coach for sure.
yeah, he taught me a lot about myself and life and
Mm,
leadership skills.
yeah,
So
that's what the best
yeah,
coaches do.
and he's I want him to coach high school, and then I want to coach with him.
Oh yeah.
I'm still talking to him into that, so we'll see.
Oh yeah, in due time, man. In due time, man.
Yeah.
You gotta start somewhere, man. I myself did 10 years of coaching Optimist, so I definitely know exactly what you're feeling and the passion you get with raising up young men and having them become, honorable and just good people, good adults, and a lot of what you were talking about the things that you learn in football is also, like you said, applicable to life. You got to be
Mhm.
dependable. You got to do what's right even when nobody's watching. Take that next
Mhm.
step. You know what I mean? So, dude,
Mhm.
I feel you. I'm right there with you on that.
Yeah. And then the last thing, is just how the game has evolved, like from running the ball and then in the mud, and then to
Hmm.
passing the ball, and then mixing run and pass, and then the screens, and it's very
Hmm.
cool.
Oh yeah.
We dig deep into the history of football. It's very cool how they just everybody was just like nose down and run the ball. Now
Hmm.
everybody's like, run routes, pass, so it's really cool.
Oh
So
yeah.
I think that
Oh,
of
yeah.
that too.
I'm hyped, man. I'm hyped. And look, so ladies and gentlemen, in the next coming weeks, we're gonna come back together and we're gonna break down this coaching thing, man. We're gonna talk about the coaches we like, some of the schemes, some of the plays. I want you to share some of the plays with people that you've been coming up, and some of the ways that it's gonna be able to attack the defenses. Do you have one of those plays with you right now, so we can give
I
people a
do.
preview? Yeah,
I
let's
do.
show us. Yeah, if you can, man, show us real quick. Um, or is it on a notepad or is it on your computer?
It's on a notepad.
Yeah.
Is
Show
the
us.
notepad good?
Yeah, you could do. Yeah, just put it
Okay.
up to the screen or explain it, and we're gonna go through this every show so we can give just another play that we have, and how it would exploit the defense.
All right. So, um, yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna drop one really really fast. It's gonna be like
Okay.
2 seconds because the one I had was kind of scratched out.
Yeah,
But yeah,
buddy.
I just do this. I just do this, while I'm watching a game on Sunday night, or when Chris Collinsworth is yelling, you know, or Tony Romo is yelling. So
or this year, Tom Brady.
yeah.
Definitely
Oh,
would.
you know what we need to talk about before we go?
What's up?
Robert Griffin III getting fired.
Yeah, can you believe
That
that?
was that was big.
Why do you think he got let go? Did they? I haven't looked into that story.
I honestly, I'll be honest with you. I really don't know. Oh, I know why. I don't remember the reason, the actual reason, but I think it was because of some of the comments that he was making. Um,
Yeah.
I drew this
I
up.
wouldn't
I
doubt it.
drew this up.
Yeah, he had things pretty close. All right, go ahead.
All right, so this is my favorite run play. So
Hmm.
um, I have it's like a sweep, but I don't know if you can see it, but it's like a sweep, but
I see it. Yeah.
receivers are blocking, and um, the running back here, right here, is
Hmm.
taken off as a sweep, and then there's also a pass here that you could do right up here, right
Oh,
there.
oh,
Yeah,
so it's
so
an
running
RPO.
back could yeah, RPO. So yeah, you could
Hmm.
either hand it off or you can give it to the pass. And then these receivers also have option routes as well if they wanted
Nice.
to. So yeah. Um
I like
I
that.
also like mesh. Yeah, I like mesh too. Um
Hmm.
it confuses the linebackers and everything. I like that.
Yeah.
Kyle Shanahan has a really good zone run game. I like to watch, and Sean McVay.
Mhm.
Well, they have Chris McCaffrey's a dog, by the way, but
Mhm.
the way he can just like he does his little like step, and then he goes, and then he does his little jump cut, and then he just
Oh
hits
yeah,
the hole. But he doesn't
he's
just hit the
going.
hole; he hits it with he's full speed.
Oh
But
yeah.
when they do the zone reads, they pull Trent Williams and everybody around, and then he'll go on the
Hmm.
outside and he'll just make people miss, truck people. With the Rams, Kyron Williams, former
Hmm.
Notre Dame running back. They just do a nice A and B gap running scheme. Sometimes they'll do wide zones. Oh, and then well, I know we have to go, but the last the last play I liked was the Super Bowl against us, where
Mm.
they called Shredder's Spirit. It looked like they were gonna run a QB sneak, but then they faked it to the Cooper Cup on the
Mm.
outside, and Von Bell missed the hold, and I was kind of mad because I was like, "You had one job. You had one job."
One
And then I was
job, right?
like, "One job." So I mean, we were ready for this QB sneak, but we weren't ready for the guy to go outside. So
Yep.
awesome play call, and then obviously the fade in the end zone was the game winner. So awesome
Yep.
play call by Sean McVay and the whole staff there. So,
And that's what we're going to discuss next time, because a lot of what's in coaching is adjustments, and a lot of
hmm
the best coaches are the ones that can make adjustments on the fly or coming into the second half. So yeah,
yeah,
definitely stay tuned for that, man, because that's going to be interesting. Anytime we can talk coaching, that's my heart too. So I'm all
yeah.
about that. I'm all about that.